Hey guys, Kaden MTV, and today I'm going to teach you how to wash your mountain bike. The things you will need are and you don't want to be blasting into your bearings and your drivetrain, so you want to use that at a low pressure, so you don't really need that good of a pressure for a hose. So I'm going to put my bike in the bike stand. You can lean your bike against the wall, but since I already have something to hold the bike, I just will just use it. Okay. After you put your bike in a bike stand or lean it against the wall, the first step is to rinse it off with low pressure. Just a little pressure is all I need. I'm just gonna spray down the entire bike. When rinsing off the bike, you don't want to spray in your cassette or else it'll get inside the hub. You also don't want to spray directly into the bottom bracket or else it'll start creaking. You don't want to be spraying inside the seals of your shocks if you have any, or else water will get in them and then they'll wear out faster. You don't want to spray high pressure in your shifters or your brakes, or else you're going to have to re-grease them more and more. And you pretty much don't want to blast anything on your frame except for your tires. After you rinse off the bike, grab your degreaser and your toilet brush, and you can also bring a cassette cleaner, and then you want to spray the cassette down. I use simple green diluted with water, half, so that's not too strong. And I'm just gonna spray in the cassette and derailleur. And I'm not gonna spray the rotor or else it'll contaminate the pad and then your brakes will be making bad sounds. So I'm just gonna use a lot of degreaser. Okay. Then I'm going to scrub the cassette down and the chain, and also you want to clean the pulleys and the chain ring. Right now I'm going to clean the chain with Pedro's Chain Pig. You may think filling it up all the way past the fill line will help clean it better, but it won't. You're just wasting your degreaser. Okay, so after I'm done cleaning the chain, I'm going to release all of this stuff. You can see how black it is. I'm going to rinse the bike off with water. Okay, then I'm going to close the chain cleaner, and then I'm going to put water in it. This you can fill it over, it doesn't matter. I'm doing this so that it'll get all of the degreaser off the chain, and then I'll scrub it a couple more times. And this helps cleaning your chain. It makes it a lot cleaner, and you won't leave degreaser on the chain, so I'd recommend doing this. When cleaning your bike, you also want to clean your tires and wheels last, because you don't want to be using the same bucket with rocks and everything and then scratching up your entire frame. So you should be cleaning with the mitt the things you don't want to scratch, and then you just do it in order. So right now I'm gonna clean the frame, and then I'll take a toilet brush and clean the pedals, and then I'll get into the nooks and crannies of the bike, and then after I do that I'm going to clean the wheels. Okay, so I'm going to soak my microfiber cloth, and the points you should be cleaning, obviously the entire frame. What I'd first start out with, if you have a full suspension or if you have a fork, I'd start out cleaning the stanchion or the shiny part. I'd clean this first because you don't want scratches on here. So when you clean it, you want to scrub it in one direction, side to side, not up and down, because if you do up and down, oil can leak out. And after that, you should clean your disc brakes. It won't contaminate your rotors. And then after that, I just clean the entire frame. Okay, so after you clean the frame with the microfiber cloth, and you can't clean parts, I'd use a soft brush that will not scratch up the frame. I'm going to clean inside my suspension rocker pivot thing, my knuckle box. I'm going to clean in crannies that I can't get into. I can clean the pedals, but I'm not going to use this brush because it's used for the frame, and if I use this on the pedals, I'll be scratching up my frame. So I'm going to clean the nooks and crannies. Don't forget to clean your hubs. You can use a soft bristle and just clean them. And then your front, you'll want to rinse it again. And then just scrub them. When you're cleaning, use your soft brush and also clean inside the seat, because dirt usually gets in here and sometimes it starts creaking. And I'll also use this small little brush to get into areas like in between my brake lever and my shifter, or in my bottom bracket and suspension. Okay, so the last step in washing your frame is you want to wash your pedals. So I'm going to use a harder bristle brush to wash my pedal. Okay, so after I clean the frame, I'm going to use the soft bristle brush, and I'm going to clean the rims. I'm not going to press that hard, and you just do this for the front and back, and you want to get in between the spokes too. And that's pretty much it for the rims. After you clean your rims, you can use the toilet brush and then just soak it with the soapy water and then brush it. Okay, so after you rinse off the bike, you want to use a leaf blower, or you can use a microfiber cloth to clean the frame. I usually just use the leaf blower because I don't want my stem bolts and all my other bolts to rust. You use silicone spray to clean your fork and rear shock, and if you have a dropper, your dropper. Chain lube, I'm using the wet lube instead of dry because I wash my bike a lot and dry lube usually comes off when I ride. And then I use a quick detailer just for the frame because the dishwashing soap takes off the wax, so I just spray this on. Make sure this doesn't get on your rotors or brake pads. And then another thing, if you want to clean your rotors and brake pads, you should use isopropyl alcohol and a clean rag, like a microfiber cloth. So I'm going to show you how to use the silicone spray right now. So after drying off your bike, you want to use chain lube. I'm going to use Finish Line's wet lube. I don't use dry lube because whenever I use it, it comes off within 30 minutes, and when I use wet lube, I usually clean my frame, so dirt attracting to it is no problem. Do not use WD-40 on the chain. You can use WD-40 on the pivots of your derailleur that move, but don't get it on your chain. Okay, so cleaning the seal for your fork, the first thing you're going to need is a clean microfiber cloth, silicone spray, and then the first thing you want to do is make sure you use the microfiber cloth to block any of the overspray from the aerosol can from getting on your brake. So I'm just going to use a little bit. I'm not going to go blasting it because I don't want to get it on the seal. I want to do the same for the other side. And then I'm going to pump it maybe 10 times. And I'm just going to wipe it off in one direction. And
that means extra texture.